According to the National Cancer Institute, it has been estimated that in 2014, 15,780 children ranging from 0 to 19 years of age have been diagnosed with some form of cancer. In the United States, while there are survivors, approximately 1,960 will ultimately lose their life. A few of the most common forms of cancer in children range from leukemia, lymphoma, brain and central nervous system tumors, which in this case was what quickly developed in a courageous, energetic young 8-year-old by the name of Jessica Joy Rees. She made a drastically positive impact for other young kids suffering with cancer. In our research, there are 5 primary sections. For the first, JJ will be covering the history that led up to, molded, and shaped this foundation that brings encouragement to these suffering kids fighting cancer, urging them to never give up. This is where you will learn about who Jessie Rees is, the details of her story and what inspired her, as well as the mission of her foundation, what it stands for, and what it works towards every day. The third, Seth will be sharing the foundation's accomplishments, including media support, children cared for, finances raised, resources given, and their general activity will be examined. And for the fourth, Andrew will be explaining the steps the foundation has taken in order to accomplish their mission, including their corporate partnerships. Lastly, it will be seen how any person can give and act in response to the powerful mission of the Jessie Rees Foundation. First, we'll start with JJ, who will be talking about the history and the mission.
Thank you, Laura. In order to appreciate what NEGU stands for, one must gain a full understanding of its history. And the only way to appreciate the history of an organization that helps kids fighting cancer is to understand the horror of both cancer and the chemotherapy that is used to treat it. According to cancer.gov, in 2016 alone, 1,685,210 people were diagnosed with cancer, resulting in over 500,000 deaths worldwide. About 1,250 of those were children under the age of 15. Jessie was one of those kids who, in order to fight cancer, underwent a series of chemotherapy treatments. Chemotherapy is essentially this. The human body is filled with poison in the hopes that it will kill all the cancer cells while wreaking havoc on the bodily systems that function correctly. As Jessie's father, Eric, described the day he found out his little girl had cancer, he said the doctor delivered the news in a dry, monotone voice. Your little girl has cancer? We're giving her 12 to 18 months. At the outset of those months, 2 weeks into her treatment plan, as Jessie was leaving Orange County Children's Hospital, she looked at the upper level of the hospital and she asked her parents, when can those kids come home? Her dad explained to her that those kids have different treatment plans than she does, and some of them may never be able to come home. Now, what she said next outlined a mission and ministry of the Rees family that continues to this day. She asked her parents, how can we help them? When they got home, Jessie started to fill paper bags with toys, gifts, and treats of various kinds that she would give to kids in the hospital who weren't fortunate enough to come home between treatments like she was. The nurse told her that she could do so as long as she put them in plastic jars to be distributed. So began the invention of the Joy Jar. During her life, Jessie personally stuffed over 3,000 of these. Now, this is the history. And now that you know it, you can understand the mission. The mission is very simple, and one that Jessie personally stated over and over again. To encourage kids fighting cancer to never, ever give up, wherein the acronym NEGU, N-E-G-U, is found. Never, ever give up. They've done so through media support, which has led to corporate partnerships and accomplishments beyond what they ever thought possible, all of which will be discussed shortly. And to begin, Seth will explain the presence of NEGU in the media and how this has taken their mission to the masses.
Thanks, JJ. In order to spread Team NEGU's word even more, in 2013, the Jessie Rees Foundation started NEGU Adventures, which are one-of-a-kind sports and entertainment adventures designed to give courageous kids with cancer an opportunity to put treatments aside and have a special experience with lots of fun with celebrities and professional athletes. Wanting to spread this kind of happiness to other children around the world, Team NEGU took this idea and made it a nationally recognizable event that initiated thousands of people to get involved. What started this program was an invitation to a taping of American Idol, one of Jessie's favorite shows. After being picked up in a limo, she got to watch the show backstage and cheer on her favorite contestants. Knowing what an experience like this can do for a sick child, Team NEGU decided to make this a regular occurrence for children in similar situations such as Jessie's. NEGU Adventures has touched hundreds of children from around the United States. They have helped children see the animals at San Diego Zoo, go to Disneyland in California, meet star athletes such as Calvin Johnson and Deshaun Watson, as well as go to the Nike campus in Beaverton and spend the day with 5-star high school athletes and play football with them. With programs such as these, NEGU Adventures continues to spread hope and joy to children who need it the most. Putting smiles on so many children's faces is just a small part of what Team NEGU does. In 2016, they stuffed over 38,000 jars, raised over $2.7 billion, and it all goes to help fighting children's cancer. They help support over 2,500 families and have contributed to 425 care centers just last year. Over the past 3 years, they have contributed to 275 children's hospitals and 175 Ronald McDonald houses. With Joy Jars being such a large focus for Team NEGU, they have stuffed and sent out more than 123,000 jars to children with cancer in all 50 states and more than 30 countries around the globe. Each year, the Jessie Rees Foundation hosts 3 signature events to help increase awareness for childhood cancer and raise money to help researchers fight. An elegant gala at the Disneyland Grand Hotel Ballroom in California, a golf tournament held in Coto de Caza, California, and a fun walk called the Santa Stroll held at Santa Margarita Catholic High School located in California. Each year, these events help raise millions of dollars that go to fighting cancer and help sick children all around the world. Each event has a silent or live auction, a dinner, and an awards show. These events not only help raise money, but they also help recognize the people who have donated money as well as much of their time. These events give these wonderful, generous people all the credit they deserve. And now, back to Andrew with how to get more involved.
Thank you, Seth. Now, many individuals assist the Jessie Rees Foundation in many ways, fundraising, donations, but corporations have also started to help out in any way that they can. A couple years ago, Pacific Life Insurance called Eric Rees one evening and said, "We want to help out. We want to donate 10,000 Joy Jars." Eric quickly said, "Of course, I'll be more than happy to take that." Following year, Pacific Life Insurance called Eric again and said, "We want to up the ante. We want to do 15,000 Joy Jars this time around." And Eric was truly blown away by the support and consideration and admiration through these companies that he received and that all the cancer children received was mind-blowing to himself. And this wasn't the only corporation to help out. Toyota later on, specifically the Los Angeles district, contacted him and said, "We want to help out as well." So they created blankets, Joy Jars, Beanie Babies, and money donations. And especially the biggest part of them that they gave out was a custom-made Toyota truck decaled with NEGU on the front, top, and sides to further spread awareness as they were driving around. And this was truly heartwarming to have a way to spread awareness while going about their day. Other companies such as Amazon and UPS also gave their support, not through donations or fundraisers, but through spreading awareness. They created special labels that read NEGU on them. Jessie Rees Foundation showed how they could support them, how people could help out. And they stuck them on every package. And to think one warehouse, either Amazon or UPS, could shipped out about 35,000 packages in one day. That's 35,000 people getting a package with an awareness label of NEGU and how to help out. And that was a very large way that the Jessie Rees Foundation truly grew to be known in over 32 countries as it is now today. Other ways that they helped spread awareness was through CNN, CBS, and American Idol. Jessie Reed had the ability to go to the set of American Idol and meet with the producers, the backstage crew, and the people on stage, and tell them about her story and how she needed help. The people at American Idol, they pledged to help them with either money donations or through fundraisers, and that was huge for her. CNN covered Eric Rees, Jessie, and what she was doing to help out other cancer patients through her struggle and how people could help out as well, and that was very large as well. Other significant individuals, pro all-stars, athletes, retired Olympians, retired athletes as well, these individuals took the time and want to help out the Jessie Rees Foundation. People such as Clay Matthews, DeMarco Murray, and many others volunteer their time at children's hospitals, making children feel joy again. They read them stories, make jokes, laugh at them, dance with them, anything to get that smile back on their face. And that's huge. Now, there are many ways an individual can help out the Jessie Rees Foundation. You can make donations. A $10 donation makes 1 joy jar. A $50 donation makes 5 joy jars. A $100 donation makes 10 joy jars. And that's 10 jars filled with joy that will be sent out to children who cannot leave the hospital. And that's huge. If you want to do something a little more creative, there are other methods. We have the Courageous Cupcake Stand. That's where you make your own cupcakes, detail them however you like, and sell them, and spread awareness for the Jessie Rees Foundation. All the proceeds will be given to the Jessie Rees Foundation as well to further make joy jars and help children in need. There's also the Compassion Change Drive. You basically take a 16-ounce bottle, fill it with dimes, and once it's full, that equals about $100. That's 10 joy jars, and it's very easy to do. You can do it at your home, school, church, workplace, anywhere. It's very easy to do, and it's a great way to spread awareness. If you want to do something else and you lean to more the creative side, you can make Beanie Babies. These Beanie Babies will be placed inside the joy jars that will go to children, and the children will open the joy jars and know that the Beanie Baby that is given to them was custom made by someone who wanted to help, who wanted to support them, and that means the world to them. To know that there are people out there that care. And you also have the opportunity to start your own fundraiser if you want to do something creative that you want to do. If you go to the Jessie Rees website, under fundraisers, you have the option to create your own fundraiser. And that's a great way for you to get your creative side out there and show that how you want to support the Jessie Rees Foundation in any way that you can. Now, you might be thinking, I'm one person. How can I help out these thousands of children currently fighting cancer? And the answer is you can do a lot. By donating $10 and creating 1 joy jar, that goes to one child in a hospital who can't leave the hospital, who can't go outside and enjoy the sun. They can't be with their family. They can't be with friends. They're stuck in the hospital. And that joy jar brings the joy back into their life, the happiness that they're missing. This helps them out. So we ask you to help support the Jessie Rees Foundation and all the children fighting for cancer right now. We're not looking for a cure. We're looking to bring joy back in these children's lives.